I don't know. Of course, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Slasher usually casting this with us, but because he's playing with WEUNITED in the tournament, he is not going to be a caster. He is a player. Don't think he's going to stick in the Ana, but he has been toying with it. However, looking at what we do know here, this side coming out from Luminosity Gaming, this is going to be Enigma here on the Roadhog, Pooks on Lucio, Seagull going to be on Junkrat, Milo on the Reinhardt, Indust on Zenyatta, and Gods on what else, Hex, but McCree.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. I'm also super stoked that Seagull is going back to his roots, playing the trash mouse here. It's been a while since we've seen a really solid Junkrat on Kings lately, so looking forward to that. Now, on the offense, there are some switch-ups that are probably going to happen as they get closer to the countdown. One thing I can tell you for sure, actually probably three things I can tell you for sure, maybe four. Shadowburn will be on Genji, Zoms will be playing on Zarya. Watch the coordination between those two. Shadowburn gets himself really deep in a lot of trouble. Zoms ends up saving him a lot of the time with allied shields. Too Easy's going to be playing the McCree Slasher on that Zenyatta, unable to talk his team into letting him play Ana. Real's playing Lucio Forsaken on that D.Va.
Alright, so offensively moving forward, and it's been a rough time here for first point defenses in this patch. D.Va's really opened things up. We've seen much more decisive attacks. Mercy not being played as much, so you can't eliminate mistakes. Big hook, though, coming out here in the very beginning from Enigma. Doesn't quite rattle Forsaken, and Forsaken right now just going on the point, using the newly buffed defensive matrix to his advantage, going right into the back line, now trying to take out Gods, will take out Gods. 2 quick kills here from the side of WEUNITED, and they're looking strong, make it 3 kills, and the trend of first point defense being hard continues as WEUNITED is going to take this in a flash.
Zom's already glowing, already crushing it on Zarya. If you blinked, you missed it, but Shadowburn's got the coolest Kings Row offense rollout on his Genji. He climbs this wall, dashes across, and he's already in the defensive high ground behind the lines, causing all sorts of chaos. He does it consistently on this map, already has his Dragon Blade up as he's just doing so much damage there. Him and Too Easy just crushed that kill. I mean, first point defense has been hard across all maps, but that's still a phenomenal first take.
It's one of those things that's not even team specific.
No.
It feels like no matter how good of a team you are, no matter who you're up against, defending first point is so incredibly difficult. But LG is regrouping here. They are in the street space. Here comes Shadowburn, takes to the skies, comes to the back line here with the Dragon Blade. Gonna get booped back by Pooks. Not finding what he wants here just yet. Does take out Gods, though, before going down, so a little bit of value had. Meanwhile, look at Seagull. Seagull was in the back line, took out Shadowburn towards the end of that. Still an advantage here from the offense. They have a 1-player advantage. And the defense for LG, they're just going to back up a little bit, give a little bit more space, and look to defend this fully at the last bend.
Yeah, Enigma's on his D.Va. We kind of anticipated he would be playing that hero a lot once they got buffed. He is above them right now. Graviton is ready from Zoms. He's been doing that much damage.
Well, Graviton does come in here from Zoms, does get Zenyatta in. Transcendence comes out to protect. Seagull goes down, but not before taking out Slasher, so both teams down a player right now. LG definitely needs to get a better presence on the point. Enigma trying to do just that, stalling out for his team. Too Easy, though, coming in here with the Deadeye, takes out both Gods and Indust. And WEUNITED keeping up the momentum right now. They are going to get to this checkpoint. And X, they're saying an incredibly fast time right now in Kings Row.
They are rolling. I don't think that the reinforcements knew that High Noon was up because the tanks were on the cart. They weren't being targeted by the High Noon. As soon as they came around the corner, the reinforcements got absolutely gunned down there. And now, again, they've been able to stagger their ultimates. Only had to use 1 or 2 in each fight. They're going to have Transcendence. They got Sound Barrier and, most importantly, Earth Shatter up. Forsaken has a chance to end this game.
Alrighty, so Shadowburn right now does have the Sound Barrier. Sound Barrier came out from the defense as well, so both sides still good HP-wise. As the bomb goes off the back line. Here comes Gods, gets the double kill onto both Reinhardt and Lucio, looking for Shadowburn, going to take him out. And this is why LG picked up Gods so long ago, one of the best McCrees in the game.
Yeah, and you could see it immediately when they picked him up on the roster that 2 or 3 months ago, that he was just an immediate boon to their team. They started getting much better performance out of all their DPS because he was able to take some of the burden off of them. That was a stabilization they desperately needed to stop this absolutely monumental rollover from WEUNITED.
Yep, Gods is able to take out Shadowburn once more, so that's getting rid of one of the big problems here. Shadowburn is really one of the 2 engines of offense here for this WEUNITED side. His Genji is explosive, but if you take it out early, anytime he dies early, not only is it a 5v6, of course, for WEUNITED, but they kind of depend on him to make opportunities, so early Shadowburn pick usually bodes well, and LG, they're finding some degree of stability here on Kings Row now.
Well, they're going to speed boost in this High Noon. He comes around the corner, takes out Seagull. That is enormous.
It is. Woodson leaps that back, not able to get what he looks for. Milo goes down. 3 kills here for the side of WEUNITED. Zoms gets on Enigma to the back, and now this is the danger zone here for LG. They might be able to recover in time to get on the cart, but it's going to be rough. Respawns are coming in. The cart is rolling forward. And we'll see. Seagull does have Dragon Blade out there ready. Will there be some last-minute heroics coming from everyone's favorite bird? He is going to that back line. Dragon Blade comes out. He's going to run right into a Transcendence and Death Blossom. Not going to get what he's looking for as Zoms gets a 3K cleanup. And that's going to be a cap from WEUNITED with 4:46 remaining on the clock.
That is a very fast Kings Row time. They did stabilize towards the end, but before that, it was an absolute roll from WEUNITED on that map. What's the math work out there? 4:15?
I think it was 4:14.
Oh.
It was fast.
I mean, we've seen 3-minute times on this map. It's rare, but you see them when just nothing goes right. They were able to hold, like I said, one time they want to fight towards last, but they have their work cut out for them. That is not an easy time to beat.
All right, so we'll see what comes out here. But I'll tell you what, LG has set very blazingly fast times on Kings Row before. I'm not going to count them out on this. And it does feel like this is a little bit more offensive-oriented in the meta, especially when it comes to point A. So it's really good for WEUNITED. They have to feel pumped for doing that. But LG, they can bring this right back. And speaking about WEUNITED, though, as we take a look here at their defense as it rolls out, it's going to be Forsaken here on the Reinhardt. Zom's going to be on Zarya, Shadowburn on the Genji, Slasher on the Zenyatta, Real's going to be on Lucio, and Too Easy. We'll see what he's on here, but of course it's going to be McCree.
You would imagine it's going to be that McCree. And actually, it looks like Luminosity is pretty much queued up on the heroes that you'd expect them to come out on. So I don't think you're going to see anything changing. It's going to be Seagull on the Genji. Gods will play his McCree. Pooks, of course, on Lucio. Enigma, he loved D.Va before it was cool, is going to be on D.Va. Indust is on Zenyatta. Milo, of course, will be repping that Reinhardt. He really was the only player to really run it D.Va like consistently before she got buffed.
Yeah, no, Enigma, I mean, you talk with him, he loves D.Va. He even ran it, like you said, pre-buff and all the rest, so I'd expect him to see him on it more often than not, given how good D.Va is in this patch. But 5 seconds now until the gates open. LG going to be taking their shot at beating this blazingly fast time of 4:14.
And so it should be kind of a slow going here. They both have Reinhardts. The poke battle will commence.
I don't think it's going to be slow going at all. I think they're going to roll right in. Offenses have not been patient at all. Even though LG, they were one of the more patient teams in their first attack offenses, expect them to fall into line. And they take position here on the card, and oh no, Slasher Gang found immediately here by Enigma. Getting supported here by Genji. Genji on the prowl. Seagull going to take out Slasher in a hurry. One support down. Good coordination coming out there from Seagull and Enigma. Down goes Too Easy. Seagull on the double kill, blocking everyone at the moment. Will he be able to get the Genji? We have the Genji v Genji battle taking place right now, and down goes Shadowburn. That's going to be a quick first point capture here for LG, so one good first point capture deserves another, Hex.
Well, they needed to do that too, because if you get stopped in your first point capture just to get another shot at it, it takes you 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds they can't really afford to let melt off the clock. So 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to finish out the map. Really cannot get stalled out more than once or twice. That was where they were able to stall out WEUNITED at second point as well. So we'll see. They have it. They're on pace to be able to beat this time at least.
Yep, they're on pace. And for LG, I mean, again, I just think that you have a little bit more offensive tilt right now in this meta, especially on these hybrid payload maps where you have the first point capture. So LG, they're still in a fine position right now. They don't have a lot of room for error, obviously, given the time, but they can absolutely take this. Gods assume, has the Deadeye up right now. Seagull assume they have a Dragon Blade. Indust almost has Transcend, so a lot of ults are going to be coming up too. A lot of reason to believe that LG will take this next fight. Shadowburn, though, getting deep into the backline, has Dragon Blade ready. Seagull going to pop his Dragon Blade, going to the backline, takes out Slasher, looking for more, gonna get Too Easy. Seagull on a rampage right now, makes it a triple kill. And meanwhile, that was going on. Shadowburn was doing a little bit of carnage in the LG backline as well, so both Genjis doing work, but Seagull perhaps just doing a little bit more as LG is going to keep this payload moving with 3 people.
Yeah, only Zoms and Real on the back end of that cart tried to salvage something out of it. Unfortunately, though, for them, they probably should have given up the ghost once those 4 kills came down from Seagull, as Zoms did bust out his Graviton. I mean, it slowed them down a little bit, which I guess is important based on what they have to do on this map. 2 minutes remaining for LG to finish it out.
Yep, so for LG, I mean, timing is tight, but they do have the time they need. Sound Barrier going to come up here, and they back up just a little bit after using Sound Barrier. They jump on Shadowburn in the backline. Good communication to do that. Too Easy does punish Milo, but with Shadowburn down, there is an offensive edge here for LG, at least in raw firepower. Earth Shatter, though, comes down from Forsaken, finds Gods, takes him out, gets rid of the McCree threat, gonna swing the hammer right in Dust's face, takes him out in turn. Still, though, a reasonably close fight here, but the defense definitely tilting it more in their favor. Offense gonna have to regroup, and the problem is here for LG, they don't have that much time to give, Hex.
Yeah, and it's such a long walk, especially to try to get to this second point. If you don't get it on your first capture, you really need to move those spawns forward. You're starting all the way back at control point 1. A minute and 10 seconds left to close out this map. They have to win this next fight.
There's no doubt about it. They have to win this next fight, and then they need the move. Deadeye comes out from Too Easy, again, zoning, trying to buy a little bit of extra time. Shadowburn gets on the Gods in the back, so Gods has been going down pretty early here. He's on the Dragon Blade, takes out 3, gets sliced down by Seagull in turn, but might be too late. The damage has been done. Slasher right now just transcending on the cart, going to buy time, takes out Seagull, and I think GG will be called here from LG in just a moment. With 45 seconds remaining, I don't believe they can bring it to the end. And there it is, Seagull says GG, and map number 1 going to go to WEUNITED.
I think that's going to surprise a lot of people. Even though I've watched WEUNITED play as well as